The following program contains graphic language, which may be offensive to some viewers.
Okay, we're recording now, but you didn't do the
I noticed. Right? I was like, because you straight up just said it.
Yeah, I didn't want to fuck around.
Oh, you don't say 2 or 1.
Why not?
You just don't, okay?
And find out.
Merry New Year.
Happy New Year. In this country, we say Happy New Year.
Happy 2024.
Yeah.
This is Karen. We took a bit of a time off. For taking a break. Wearing this mask is a lot. It can be a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm El.
I'm Neil.
Jose.
And
Joe.
this is the Delinquent Chronicles.
Welcome.
And welcome back. Welcome back to 2024. The shit show has already started. A judge was recently attacked. Epstein list is out.
The court finally unsealing several high-profile names of those in Jeffrey Epstein's orbit.
Well, coming out.
Jada Pickett's trying to do her best Fat Joe cosplay.
Fat Joe impression, yeah. What else? What else is happening?
Cat Williams is trying to burn down Black Hollywood.
This makes me want to burn this motherfucker down.
Yeah.
All Hollywood. Is it just Black Hollywood?
I mean, technically it's all Hollywood, but it's like everyone who caught a bullet from him was black.
I haven't seen the thing. I know we discussed it off camera, but I haven't actually seen the full 2-hour thing. I've just caught snippets of like Cedric the Entertainer taking a few strays.
Oh, Cedric took it. Steve Harvey took it.
Yeah.
Ricky Smiley took it. Who else got some shots? Kevin Hart.
Damn! Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He called Kevin Hart an industry plant.
Yeah.
That's you know, I feel like that's not true. Because Kevin Hart's been working in the industry for a long... I mean, like, if you go back, Kevin Hart was in Fat Joe's video.
Ho, look, y'all got to calm down, man. Listen, I just got orders from Fat Joe himself. What? Right now, ain't nobody else getting in. What? We at capacity.
Watch the clip, man.
You know, if you watch the clips...
Watch the clip.
It's weirdly enough, I don't know if he is or he isn't, but what Cat Williams says, if you then look it up for yourself, because I was watching it and I was like IMDBing people when he was talking, and when you IMDb Kevin Hart, it kind of lines up.
Okay.
Abram Preach talked about it as well.
Yeah. During the interview, he essentially aired out a bunch of people in the industry.
Yeah.
And it's damning.
I'm gonna watch all the breakdowns for it and stuff. But I just wanted to say before we start, obviously we still have the horrible war that's going on in Ukraine, the horrible war that's going on in the Middle East with Israel and Gaza, and taxes are really high. Can we stop?
Stop it.
We've got the impending war in on China with China and
Taiwan.
Child, man, even my country's beefing with somebody.
Oh really?
Guyana and Venezuela are beefing.
Oof. That would be a horrible fight.
Yeah. My mum is Guyanese.
Really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot.
Is your mum Indian looking?
No.
Guyanese people are Indian looking, no?
Not all of them. Not even the majority of them.
Really?
Majority.
Wow. I didn't know that. So but Guyanese people, where do they come from normally? Can you give us a history lesson?
They're more like people from Trinidad.
Yeah, it's more like... you have...
But
Exactly
Guyana's
like Trinidad.
in South America. Well,
it is.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? South America?
But it's sort of like...
History lesson, people. Geography lesson, sorry.
Yeah.
Geography lesson.
No, it is. It is in South America.
Okay.
But it's just the majority... I mean, anytime I've been to Guyana, the majority of people are black. Just straight black. But there is like... I think demographic might be split like, say, 70% black. And then that remaining 30% is like Indian. And then you have Chinese people in Guyana. So
Chinese, do you know what?
There's Chinese people in Jamaica.
Yeah.
There's Chinese people in Ghana. There's Chinese people everywhere.
The Chinese Jamaicans will make you.
Dude, I saw a Chinese person talk Spanish once. Blew my mind. I was like, I can't believe the Chinese people spoke Spanish. I was just reading, and they did it with a Chinese accent.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That must have
even funnier than that. I was like, oh, this is so fucked up. It's, you know, but it was hilarious. I did think it was pretty funny. But, you know, I didn't know that about Guyana. I know a girl who's from Guyana. She looks kind of like Indian looking.
Yeah.
And I know we have a friend whose mum is from Trinidad and Tobago, and she this is another geography lesson for me. Trinidad and Tobago, that's one place, right?
No.
What are you, fucking retarded?
Okay.
Trinidad is a place, and Tobago.
But hold on,
is a
isn't
place.
the football team and the Olympic team called Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, but don't forget, there's a great British football team.
Okay, right. See how confused it can be for me? Yeah, but thing is, Trinidad and Tobago are two different countries, right?
Yes.
Okay, but England is one country.
Yeah, but Wales and England.
They're two different things.
Yeah, but they border each other, no?
Yeah, but they don't play as England and Wales.
They do play as England and Wales.
Do they play as
England? Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I don't watch any football. So
okay, so if you play like international club or international national football, then you play as like England or Scotland or Wales. However, in the Olympics, they play as the Great British Team.
Yeah.
And the Great British Team has players from all of them.
There you go. You learn something. See, I don't know anything. So the only sport I watch is fighting.
Yeah.
Really? That's like.
Yeah, it was just like, what country you from? I'm from Saint Knock Your Ass Out.
Yeah, that's it. Fill out a W2. What do? I knock motherfuckers out. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. See, I didn't know you were Guyanese. I thought you were like, what's the other half?
Jamaican.
Oh, okay. There's a good little mix there. Oh, that's nice. What's your mum was Jamaican, right?
Yeah, part Jamaican, part Scottish.
Scottish?
Yeah.
But they'll never take our freedom!
Freedom?
We have a tartan.
Interesting. You like shortbread?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said. It's got a tartan on it,
you know what? I'm so happy that you said shortbread because you were like, oh, so you like? And in my head I was like, don't say haggis, don't say haggis, don't say haggis.
Haggis and chips.
Haggis
you like
chips.
haggis and chips? Iron brew. Do you like iron brew?
Do you know
Breakfast.
what? Iron brew's not bad, man.
Iron brew is nice.
Iron brew is nice.
Don't look iron brew, man.
yeah, they changed the flavour though a few years ago. People
They did. Yeah, it's. I don't notice it now, but it was noticeable. It's like, wow, they really changed the flavour. And then after like a few months of drinking,
But I think it's the same as Ribena, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they could.
Because when they changed the flavour of
certain people take that tooth kind shit and wrap that right up your arse.
Well, let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Somebody, I know people who genuinely stopped drinking Ribena after they took out the sugar.
Right. I mean, it's not
I
really
drank
worth
it. I was like, yeah, it doesn't taste as good, but I was like, if it's the Ribena that you pour and then pour water in,
oh yeah.
Just pour more Ribena in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, they took the sugar out, put it back in yourself.
Oh, wow, that takes me right back. I remember pouring it in, and it was like, oh, it's got too much.
Bro,
thing in
I
there.
used to pour that thing like an alcoholic trying to pour
a
shot mixing a drink, right? I was like, I'm not taking a double. This is a triple.
Have you ever had Coke in other countries, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, in America, they got the thing about Mexican Coke.
Yeah, it tastes better.
Which actually does taste better.
Yeah, because they use real cane sugar.
Right.
And then in America, they use fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
So it's obviously they're like, oh, it's Mexican Coke, and you can only get it from like a certain time, blah blah blah. You have to go to Mexico to get it. Which, to be honest with you, now it's kind of all the same because it's like became a thing, and Coke realized it, and them being the massive company that they are, so they're like, oh, we'll do it. But funnily enough, if you're Jewish, Coke release a kosher Coke, which is made with cane sugar every year. I learnt this from a really, really great YouTube video about a guy who owns a soda pop store in California, and it's like probably the most wholesome fucking YouTube video you'll see. And I'll show it to you guys afterwards. I'll actually link it in the comments. It's really cool. But he's got like sodas from everywhere in the world. He's got like rose petal soda, cucumber soda.
A little 10-year-old kid, he comes running in, he says, "Where's that cucumber soda you made me buy?" And I'm laughing. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. A little kid asking for a cucumber soda. You know, they don't drink cucumber. They don't drink vegetables.
All these sodas and like these like fizzy drinks, and he just loves it. And he's a real big proponent about bubbles.
Yeah, this guy's American.
Yeah. It's in California, and I think it's called Galco's Soda Shop. Google it for me, just double check. But I'm pretty sure it's called Galco's, which is GELCO. Galco Soda in northern, I think it's somewhere in like California, maybe LA or on the outskirts or something. But yeah, I really want to go there. I've never been. I'd totally check that place out. Is it called Galco's?
Galco's Soda.
Yeah. That place, yeah.
Soda
well,
shop.
I'll tell you, right? On one of my many travels pre-COVID, I went to the Coca-Cola factory.
Can't beat it, the feeling you get from a Coca-Cola.
What was that like?
Atlanta. It's like Coca-Cola. I think it's called Coca-Cola World, but it's like it's just like a tour of like the original factory, and they have like dispensers that dispense all of Coca-Cola's drinks all over the world. So like there's pineapple Coca-Cola, and then there's like apricot Coca-Cola and all of that stuff, and they have one drink, and the drink doesn't even have a title. It doesn't say like it's whatever, right? But they warn you like this don't taste nice. It's a drink that we have, just try it out, you know. So they basically tell you like, try this, it don't taste great, but try it.
Now Meg, in order to get you into fighting shape, I want you to drink this glass of raw eggs.
I don't see any yolks.
Just drink it.
I tried it, and good God, this shit is nasty.
Oh, what is it? What does it taste like?
Is it like Raki?
It's like...
Not that Raki's nasty.
What's that? Raki? What's Raki?
It's a drink that I had in Istanbul, and it's an alcoholic drink. It's white. It tastes horrible, but
So you just wasn't some fucking guy's semen.
Richard.
Just the way you was like, it's white, and I was like,
here we go.
Of milk with nut in it.
I make a special wonton soup for him.
Make a special wonton soup for him.
just remember, a lot of people drink this drink.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Fair enough.
Don't give a fuck.
And it's very it hits you different. It's not like,
I bet it's like fermented milk or something. That's why.
Yeah. Maybe, but it hits different when you're drunk. It's a.
So what's it called for the audience?
Raki. When you said it, when you kept saying it, and I was like, "You saying Baki?" I was like, "Did I miss an episode and he drank some particular drink, or is this like Baki sweat after he fought somebody?"
Well, do you know there's a drink in Japan called Pocari Sweat? It is an energy drink.
Yeah.
With the word sweat in it.
Yeah.
Whose sweat is it?
It's a clear liquid, right?
It
comes in like a bowl. It looks like water.
Sweat. No, it's not clear. It's opaque, like semen. Just remind you of that episode of that I think it was the episode of the movie Jackass where they drink, They drink the They drink the fat dude. They drink his sweat.
We're here with BMX legend Matt Hoffman, and this is a sweatsuit cocktail.
He's like on a tread. He's on a bicycle. They cover him in like cling film.
Yeah.
And then he's on a bicycle, and then he's like cycling on this bicycle, and it's like it funnels into a cup. His sweat into a cup, and then I think like Steve-O drinks it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
horrible. Fucking intense.
See, remember what we were talking about earlier, and I talked about the Pringles thing.
Oh yeah. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, tell me about this drink. Sorry.
Yeah. So this drink is nasty. I accurately describe what it tastes like, but it's basically, think of Coca-Cola. It has a very particular taste, but it tastes pleasant. Now imagine somebody just reversed that recipe.
Huh.
It's just that.
So it's like reverse Coke.
It's like, yeah, so you think like you got Venom and then you have anti-Venom.
Yeah.
It's like anti-Coke and you drink it and it's disgusting.
The thing is, you know what? Coke is just a flavour though. And I'll tell you when I realised this, right? When I was younger, I was in America and I had Pepsi Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a clear blue drink, but tasted exactly like Pepsi. And I was like, this is just a flavour.
Mm-hmm.
You could
make it any colour.
Any colour, and it just why does it need to look black? But you know.
I mean, look,
Can you taste the difference between Pepsi and
Yeah,
Coke?
I can.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take the Pepsi challenge with that Amsterdam shit any old day of the fucking week.
I can too. And to be honest with you, I'm a Pepsi fan.
It depends on the day. It depends.
I think it depends
Pepsi over there.
I think it depends on what you have with it.
Yeah. So when I used to work at the cinema, the way we mixed Coca-Cola was very different to the way it was bought. The mix.
Nah, I remember. I've seen.
Do you know why Coca-Cola tastes different at McDonald's than anywhere else in the world?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it comes in like a metal. It's like you see that when we worked in the cinema, right? We got it in them cardboard boxes, and in the bag is that the syrup.
Yeah.
They don't get it like that. They get it in like a metal container.
Really?
Which is why Coke tastes different out of a can than it does in a bottle. In a plastic. So if you drink it out of a glass bottle, out of a plastic bottle, and a metal can, it all tastes different.
I taste shit.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Every single one of them, that's a different tasting experience, and like out of a glass, it always tastes different as well. Which if you have it in like a bar or whatever, or a restaurant, it's like because it's soda water mixed with the syrup.
Yeah.
So that is also different.
Yeah.
Because
everywhere I've been, I've always had. I just want to have.
You only know this, by the way, if you've ever worked retail.
Yes. Yeah. But just places I go. I want to have a. There's nothing else I want. I just want a Coke, and it comes to you, and it's like something different about this. I don't know what it is. It tastes different, and that's a good explanation as to what I didn't know. There were so many different processes for making Coke, and especially
same with
the
Pepsi,
ones.
right? It's just the way it's delivered. The delivery system will give you a different outcome, and what it tastes like. So, but I always preferred Pepsi. It's the taste of a new generation.
Yes, and it's the choice of a new generation.
That's so weird. I was watching when I got home from work last night. I'd never seen Wayne's World 2. So
I love Wayne's World.
Yeah.
But that's Wayne's World 1.
That is Wayne's World 1, but I'd never seen it, and it popped up. It's like, oh, Wayne's World 2. I've never seen this film, and there's one part that makes me laugh out loud, and it's so it's so not related to what you were just talking about, but it was they're talking to this British rocker, and his story is so everyone's excited for him to be there, but he's telling the most horrific story about
eating to death their own shoes.
I was half asleep.
There we were trying to find some brown M&Ms, or Ozzy wouldn't go on stage.
For 1,000 brown M&Ms to fill a brandy glass, or Ozzy wouldn't go on stage that night.
And he talks about being this. He says this is a whole complete other story. I had to beat these two people to death.
Yeah, because he broke into a
sweet shop.
Into an Indian sweet shop, and they had this big, huge Bengal tiger.
It was such a wild story. But
you notice he repeats that same story every time.
Yeah. And I was half asleep, right? And I was listening to the story, and I opened my eyes, and I just saw all their expressions on their faces. It was just like a blank. It's like this person that you revered so much is telling you this really shocking story, and you don't know how to react. You have to watch it. You have to watch it.
Yeah, because I've never seen Wayne's World 2.
Can we talk about the original Asian baddie that is Tia Carrere?
Oh my god, she's so hot. I forgot how hot she was. Oh, they do the maybe I'm spoiling
Graduate.
this. Yeah. Oh yeah, you've seen it, right?
Yeah, it's an old film. You can spoil it. It's okay.
Yeah, like
The way that film ends, though, Graduate. It's just them on the bus.
Yeah.
It's like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Which is funny because they
that's kind of
basically it was supposed to cut earlier, but because the camera never cut, the director never said cut, so they just kept filming. So that's why they just sit there so awkward because they're like, what do we do now?
Spoiler alert for The Graduate if you haven't seen this 50-year-old movie.
It's older than that.
Yeah. I was like, if you
know Dustin Hoffman though, you know.
Yeah. If you ain't seen a film that was made before I was born, and the person who is in it is probably younger than I am now, right? It ain't a spoiler. That's history, right? That's like knowing that World War II happened. It's like, that's your business.
Spoilers.
Hey, you know something? At the end of this picture now, just between you and I don't want to ruin the surprise, but Sly wins this one again.
Yeah, but anyway, besides just talking about and it's the taste of a new generation. It just sparked off a whole thing in my head. That what Wayne's World shouldn't be funny, but it is.
No, Wayne's World's great because it's based off an SNL sketch.
Yeah. But it's
but
it's just
not every film based on an SNL sketch worked.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
MacGruber was terrible.
Do you know what? I've got a secret love for MacGruber because the guy is so into it. The film's not great, but he's so into it. you kind of believe him.
Directed by one of the guys from Lonely Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah. Keith. Yeah. I can't remember his last name. That's such an odd name. Keith.
It's a Jewish name.
Is it? No way.
Yeah, they're all Jews. Yeah.
I knew they were Jewish, but I didn't know that was specifically Jewish.
One of them was called Andy
Samberg. Yeah.
Anything with Berg in it, you know.
Anything with Bloom in it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's just wild.
The Jews take down everything. They even took down the Titanic.
Jesus Christ.
It's an iceberg, you know. The little joke I made there.
Well, that was fucking dreadful.
You just got it.
I did just get it. I was like, what the fuck did I miss?
I didn't know where that was going.
That's why there was always that. I remember seeing one poster when I was a kid in WCW, and it was when I was watching WCW.
Is it about Goldberg?
Goldberg sank the Titanic, and obviously it was a play on iceberg. Get it? You can't see my face right now, but I'm like doing that husky face dog when he's like, oh.
Oh, right. Is that the one that's... The husky dog. Is that the one with the eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he's got his mouth open like, kind of to say like, do you get it? You see what I did there?
Open a jar.
But it's hard, obviously. Do you know what? I do feel it for my co-hosts who can't see what my faces look like when I'm emoting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're only just going off like my hands and my voice.
Yeah, the other expletives that you can make with your body.
Expletives. It reminds me of that scene in Jay and Silent Bob. She's like, when the news anchor is talking about what Jay wrote in the restaurant.
Oh, the clip.
And she's like, when we get to those. When we get to Hollywood and see those exploited, deleted, Hollywood exploited, deleted, and then we're gonna make them eat our exploited, deleted, and then shit out our exploited, deleted.
The gruesome twosome threaten, and I quote, "Once we get to Hollywood and find those Miramax expletive deleted who are making the Blunt Man and Chronic movie, we're gonna make them eat our expletive deleted, then expletive deleted out our expletive deleted, then eat their expletive deleted, which is made up of our expletive deleted that we made them eat." Unquote.
We're gonna make them shit out our shit. And, yeah.
Eat our shit and then make them shit out our shit that's made up of our shit that we made them eat.
We're gonna make them eat our shit, then shit out our shit, and then eat their shit that's made up of our shit that we made them eat.
Well,
and then all you fucks are next. Love, Jay and Silent Bob.
You know what? I love that movie.
Yeah, it's the best movie.
But you know what? One thing I really love is the end when they get the money and they just
they do the dance.
No, it's when Jay's got like the list of every single person.
Oh, I'm thinking of
chatting shit about him.
Yeah,
and he just goes to their house and he was like, "Yeah, did you say that
Jay and Silent Bob are fucking clowns?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah, I said that." And he's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
TVPoopshoot.com. Did you say Jay and Silent Bob are
quote fucking clown shoes, and if they were real, I'd kick the shit out of them for being so stupid?
Yeah.
Really?
Just I love that. That's one of the best
And
parts
think
of the film.
that when you think that was pre-social media.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That was the very opening of social media.
Yeah, message boards.
That was message boards.
Yeah.
So I think now, imagine like we discussed it like episodes ago about like somebody chat shit into you on social media, and then you go find them. It kind of needs to be a thing.
And they just like, I love it. It's pretty cool that they're flying around with like a list.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
Like, they got this like fucking fat list, and they're like, "Did you say this?" Yeah, cool. And then one of them's like a priest. And they just get the priest.
I think there's a betting advert. There was a betting advert recently. I think it's
Betfair.
No, it's like a green
Betfair.
Betfair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and it was like they had like a bunch of athletes like it's just a massive van, and it was like, all right, knocking on the dude's door opens it, and he's like, "Hi, are you
User
boxing,
2317.
boxing fan 8182. It's like, yeah. And it was like, did you say on this date, Joe Joyce, he needs to retire, anybody could take a body shot from Joe? And it's like, yeah, I did. Alright, cool. And then you see Joe Joyce walk up and give him a body shot.
Are you Boxing Mad 69 on Twitter?
Yeah.
On the 23rd of April, you tweeted, Garcia staying down after a body shot, pathetic, would never be me.
So?
Do you stand by that?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, in you come.
Joe.
Okay, so maybe you want to think before you tweet next time, yeah? Good lad.
He's just on the floor and he's like,
It's that Zeb Judah thing all over.
yeah, it is, right? And he was like, when he's done it, he was like, maybe you should think about what you got to say on the internet before you say it. And he's like, alright. And then he's like, alright, like,
yeah.
He's like, alright, Mike, you're next.
Wow. Speaking of going around the world lists, some lists came out recently.
Is the list out?
I don't know. Well,
was it
part of the
Schindler's?
list is out.
Sorry.
No, well, it's Schindler's. Someone's
wish it was that list, right?
Someone's in. Our good old friend Jeffrey Epstein,
Good gracious.
who killed himself, unalived himself in prison.
Quote killed himself.
Killed himself.
Yeah.
Do you know how radical that entire story is about? Because like, I don't know. I'm surprised that a lot more people haven't been killed with this list, because Bill Clinton has been named in that list.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Do you know what? But Bill Clinton was named in the documentary that was on Netflix. I
Yeah.
know it's just no longer on Netflix.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Well, I mean, I went looking
We
for
can
it.
check,
I couldn't
we can
find it. We'll check later. Yeah, but I'm like, I watched that documentary and I was like, the people who came up in it just as random, and it was just like, oh,
Do you know who's not on that list?
Chris Tucker's on the list, and then
You know who's not on that list?
go on.
Trump.
I'm gonna come.
They said he was, but he's not.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not.
He's not fucking on that list. But guess who is? A bunch of Democrats.
It's facts! It's facts! It's in our facts. These sites is in our facts. It's in our facts.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is with that list? I need the list to come out, and if what is the list? The list is just a known associates or people who were like on his planes.
People on the plane.
Right.
So-
now,
so-
that's the thing. Now, one thing I will say about this, right? For me, I need to know, like, when they're saying like, oh, all of these people were on the list. I want to know, okay, how many times do you appear on the list? Do they have oh, this person, like, oh, Bill Clinton 17 times, and then it's like, oh, I'm trying to think of a celebrity for no reason.
Whoopi
Like,
Goldberg's on the list.
There was a fake list. Yeah. And I'm on it.
So you were on the island?
I was apparently, I don't know. They said I was on the island. They said, I'm like, I don't go anywhere.
yeah, like Whoopi Goldberg, and they'd be like, yeah, twice. Then I could be like,
Yeah.
So it's George Lucas.
Listen. Let me just tell you something.
George
right now,
Lucas.
Yeah? Does that look? Okay, look. if you are rich enough, to like know who Jeffrey Epstein is, there is no way, that you do not know who that guy is. In 2008, my guy got acquitted for the same thing. Guess what I'm not doing? Like if you say Joe goes, oh hey man, this is my friend Steve, and then Steve, I find out that Steve once was accused of sexual abuse with a minor, but was acquitted on charges. Guess what I'm not doing with Steve? Hanging around with Steve.
Go fuck Steve.
Right? I'm not even going. I don't want to. I don't even want even to be associated with Steve.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you go to fuck Island, with a billionaire, right, who nobody knows where his money's come from, and he's like, hey, get on my plane, and you're like, okay. And you get on the fucking plane, right? Fuck you, dude. You should know who you're getting on a private jet with.
But I would say, to me,
especially if you're rich, like Whoopi Goldberg and fucking Bill Clinton, and don't pretend like Bill Gates is like, dude, are you telling me Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world, is like, well, I didn't really know a lot about him, but definitely sat down with dinner for him.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
No, what I'm saying is some, depending on what your career is, if you are that famous, you are quite insulated. So, like, say, like athletes, professional athletes. Just let me.
I know. I'm gonna let you cook it, but you're wrong. But yeah,
professional athletes, right? I'm not saying that they're stupid, but I'm saying they're very insulated into their field. So if you are like the most famous person in tech, we might know who that person is. We might be like, oh, yes, I know who Elon Musk is. Yes, I know who Bill Gates is, right? Because we are not very insulated. We're people, we look at the news, we watch the news, we have read newspapers, we see articles, we're told things by people we know, right? But if you're just like, you're a professional athlete, all you do is do your job. So if you're like a football player, you play football, you train to play football, you eat, you drink, you sleep. Maybe you get to watch films, maybe you get to play video games, maybe you get to kick it with your friends on somewhat of a regular basis, but you're not truly aware of what's going on in the world. Right? And as unfortunately, that pretty much does go the same for a lot of like other professions, actors and actresses and stuff, right? I'm not saying that that's a good excuse. There's no good excuse. You should know who someone is, but also it's a thing of like, say you're super famous.
There's no way that Bill Gates doesn't know.
No, of course.
Who he's
like
going to have dinner with.
Yeah,
there is a whole team of people that will know about that person. There's a whole security team for the richest man in the world. Do you think Bill Gates just strolls around his neighborhood? My guy has fucking Secret Service level of security around him at all times because he's a high risk asset, right? So there is no way the people around him don't know who the guy he's sitting down to have dinner with is.
No, of course, him, you doing that. But what I mean is like when you're like, oh, I'm not gonna go to like, go to like Rape Island or whatever it was called.
Fuck Island. I call it Fuck Island.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to Fuck Island.
Rape Island was the game show.
Oh yeah. I like shit.
Waiting for my residual checks for the ideas, right?
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Right?
Come on, guys.
But all I'm saying is like, say now for instance, you're a famous actor. You're gonna go from New York to Los Angeles. You get there, something's happened.
You're talking about the red eye.
No, but something's like, oh, you're going to take a private plane there. For whatever reason, the pilot's delayed, the pilot's sick, there's a problem with the fuel or something. You can't go in the immediate way you had planned to go. But you're at a private airfield. You're not at, JFK. You're at a private airfield. And then this other rich person, you don't know who they are, but you know that they're rich because they're at the same freaking airstrip as you are, and they're like, oh, well, I'm heading to Los Angeles, and you're like, well, I got engagements to keep, I got X, Y, and Z I need to do. Yeah, I'll hop on this plane with you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does that plane that this person's inviting you on, does it say free candy on the side?
No, what I'm saying, no, but
I know. You can't get in a car with a stranger. Like, anybody who's that rich should know stranger danger.
Stranger danger! What? Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
Man, let me fix you up.
I don't want to touch you there. You want to see my what?
I'm not getting in a plane with a random dude like, hey, I've got a big. Why don't you come with me? Dude,
but
no.
you would think of it from the point of view of like, oh well, hold on, I don't know who you are, and they'd be like, yeah, I'm Jeffrey Epstein, and then you type, I know, a smart person would Google his name, and it comes up, and it's like, oh, net worth such and such billion or whatever, and you're like, probably a sign.
Okay, right. Oh, hold on. Time out for a second. What you're talking about here is a very isolated incident. Okay,
I know, but that's why I'm saying.
You've given
yes,
very,
I know
very
it's very isolated. That's why I say I want to know. I need to know the number of times these people hopped on this plane and where they went. Because if it's like you went to Ireland, then I'm like, you probably did.
They all went to the island. That plane was going. It was the Lolita Express.
I've got my Jamie moment here.
Okay, go ahead.
So, there's a lot of people that are mentioned, but they're mentioned in the prosecutor asking if that person was on the plane. So, this list that we have at the moment is not correct with who is on the plane and who isn't. It's just at the moment.
You know that the full list apparently is not going to be released until the 22nd, till 22nd.
Okay.
But you know what I find fucking amazing about that?
Go on.
Is the fact that we all just know that there are people on this list that should not be on that list. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That don't want
like George Lucas
be named on that list.
Yeah.
And we're all as a fucking as a community are just allowing this to just happen. We're just like, oh, okay, 22nd. You know what I think is happening behind closed doors? Really and truly. I feel there is a cabal of fucking people that are going, okay, so whose name is going to be on this list? And all the celebrities are like, I don't want to be on this list. And like, okay, well, we need some money from you. We need some embarrassment moments from you. You need to get fucked in the ass in this eyes wide shut scenario shit. Shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what I think is happening right now. That's why they're like, okay, they probably all got together at fucking Bohemian Grove, and they're all just saying like, okay, this is the full fucking list. Who's bidding money to not be on this list? Pay us money, pay us in assholes or whatever the fuck we want, but like, you're paying us to not be on this list and not be named and shamed. And if you don't do it, if you refuse to do it, then you're on the fucking list.
Yeah, there's
going to be. That's why they want till the 22nd. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, I more or less believe that as well.
Final auctions are on the 20th.
Yeah. They auction it off like fucking poor black dude in Get Out. I truly believe that, man. And that's like, it's just all the governments are all so fucking corrupt, bro.
Yeah,
it's such pieces of shit, and we all just sit by and let that shit happen, bro.
Yeah, because it's like, everything is so intrinsically controlled by the system that it's like no one's Michael Knight.
No, do you know what that is? Do you know what it really boils down to?
Yes.
Ignorance is bliss.
Say again?
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. The cipher
if you know
tactic.
That your personal life, your small circle of living is comfortable, you're fine, everything you need is where you need it to be, and essentially you have no real difficulties, and you're like, oh, why do I need to worry about that thing that's going over there? As long as that thing doesn't affect me, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Not everybody thinks like that, but I think out of the 8 billion people on the planet, definitely the majority think like that. And as long as they're like, as long as their world isn't disrupted, they're comfortable allowing this kind of nonsense to go on.
The problem is that our worlds are being disrupted, because look at how like children are being trafficked. I watched this. I'd never heard about this lady before. I cannot remember her name. I'm just going to give you a cursory evaluation of the story that I heard. She was connected to a bunch of like to the Clinton Foundation in some capacity,
Right.
and she started a like a charity to go help kids from it's Haiti.
Yeah, okay.
From like Haiti, and she started this charity to go help kids from Haiti, right? And then she got caught trafficking some of these children across the border, had no real explanation as to where these kids were going.
Oh wait,
and all that shit, man. And then like she ended up getting done for prison and shit, and she was like part of some church cult or whatever, but highly connected to the Clintons.
When a U.S. Baptist group recently tried to take 33 children out of Haiti in a do-it-yourself rescue mission, not one of the children was actually an orphan. The Associated Press has come to that conclusion after numerous interviews, and it contradicts claims by Laura Silsby, the group's leader, that the children came from orphanages or were handed over by distant relatives.
And like, there was some chick who was going to make some allegations about the Clintons. The Clintons have killed, this is a fact, bro, Clintons have killed shitloads of people. Like, the Clintons are the worst. Hillary Clinton, that piece of shit.
You're a worthless piece of shit!
They were, like, this is a fact, they were breaking phones with hammers, right? When the FBI wanted to see her emails.
Right.
And she just deleted a bunch of emails and went, yeah, whatever. And we did nothing about it, dude.
Okay, let's go through the facts. 17,500 emails that she lied about turning over. The server wipe. Within weeks of there being a report that she had a private server, it was wiped. She thought that C, which stands for classified, stood for cookie or something, which stands for classified. She thought that drone strikes are not classified. She said that the reason she used this private server is for convenience, and that she only had one device. She used 13 Blackberries, let me finish, and 5 iPads. At least she doesn't just stick to either Blackberry or iPad. This is somebody who is absolutely disqualified from becoming president. They destroyed Blackberries with hammers in the State Department. That's not what we won the presidency.
Actually,
and by the way,
Evan,
and
hold
by
on.
the way,
You fact check that. Hang on, Evan Perez. Hammers, fact check that for me, please, on the fly.
Yes, they did, Brooke.
Thanks,
as you mentioned, there were 13 devices, mobile devices, and 5 iPads that the FBI said that, you know, in some way were used with her private email server, and they did, in some cases, just destroy them with hammers when they were done using them.
She said
That's a pretty good way of destroying.
She forgot
that's a
her
pretty good way of
training. No,
destroying
it's
a
not.
device.
That is absolutely not following the rules and regulations of the State Department. You know it. Your 52 reasons just went down to 1.
There was some dude some chick who had allegations about sexual assault against Bill Clinton, and then
she disappeared.
She killed herself, right? She killed herself, and this is how she killed herself. She shot herself in the head on the left side. And so the coroner's report said that she had a hole in her left temple. She shot herself in the left temple, but she's right-handed. So when she went to when they buried her, right, when they had the open casket, that her friends were like, nah, this is bullshit. Like, we don't believe she killed herself. And so they like moved her head to see, and like what the coroner, not the coroner, who's the mortician, right? What the mortician had done, and like the hole was plugged up and it was fucking behind her ear.
Oh,
she
wow.
was killed execution style.
Yeah, that's
and
an
they're
execution.
like, oh no, she killed herself. Yeah, who shoots himself like this, right? And then her boyfriend, who was like her husband, who was like and she was due to testify. She unalived.
Yeah.
And then her boyfriend, who was a sheriff, who was due to testify. Guess what happened to him? He killed himself too. Guess where he fucking had his bullet hole?
Same place.
Just right
Same
there.
place, right.
You know, these people, like a lot of people seem to die around the Clintons.
Yeah.
Who's that something Wiener? Who's that
the former politician.
Yeah, the former politician who showed his dick to a minor and shit, like, or showed his dick to a bunch of women.
His name is Wiener.
His last name is Wiener, which is hilarious. He was asked on the PBD podcast, which is the Paul Bat David podcast.
Right.
He was asked on there. They were like, "Why is it so many people are being killed around the Clintons?" Because he's a staunch supporter of the Clintons.
Right.
He's like, "Why is it so many people who were killed around the Clintons, bro?" The fucking whole podcast went crazy. He just started. He was like, "No, I'm not here to answer these questions." The
establishment makes us sick. You start the question by reading a list of well-founded
Your reaction is an answer.
conspiracy. I know these things make me sick, and people
Your
have gotten
reaction
killed
is
over
an
them.
answer.
Someone went into a pizza parlor in Washington because they believe this shit, and you're making an echo chamber.
Your reaction is an answer.
And it's just like, I watched the TikTok video that said to me, and this is a conspiracy version podcast, I think, because like I watched the video that that really spoke to me, which was like, people talk. You know when you say ignorance is bliss? Right?
Yeah.
People talk and they live their lives, right? And they have no fucking issue until you start questioning the reality around you and what's happening around you, and all of a sudden you get NPC responses, and people don't know how to act, so they shut you down. Now, I don't want to talk about this weird shit because it's like, but it feels like that's like the Matrix, for lack of a better phrase, telling you like, stop asking these questions, right? Stop trying to find out why things are the way they are. And I think the most perfect video that I've seen that encapsulates that is I was watching the Whatever podcast.
Oh yeah.
And there was a girl on there, and she goes, and she was this young girl, and she just goes, "Oh, I just think you guys are like really misogynistic." And then Brian, the host, goes, What does misogynistic mean? And she sits there and stares at him and says nothing. And like her eyes start welling up, and then she's like,
"Can I go?"
Yeah, she's like, "Can I go?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Do you not want to answer the question?"
No, how do you define misogyny?
I don't know. I don't like this.
What? How do you... I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Can I go?
Are you okay? Like, do you want... You want to go as in leave? Is it because I asked how you define misogyny? Is that the...
No.
I wanted to make sure that we were like talking about, because in a debate, it's very important that both people are talking about the same thing.
And it's like, she's like, no, and I genuinely believe it felt like that moment in the film Get Out, where the woman is talking to him and she's crying.
Yeah.
She's like, and like she's like, no.
All I know is sometimes, if there's too many white people, I get nervous, you know.
I do something. That's not my experience. Not at all.
Because that's like the inside voice of her.
Yeah.
Is like screaming to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
To say like, no, this is bad, but I can't fight my programming that's telling me to not question it. So she like, her automatic response is, I need to leave. And like, no, dude, like, we need to talk about this shit. Like, this list is hyper important. Stuff like this needs to be talked about, because we just sat there and let this man in a maximum security prison in solitary lockup, yeah. The cameras are off and the guards were asleep.
Yeah.
And this guy kills himself after he told the world he weren't going to kill himself.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
Because he was so connected to so many people, because Ghislaine Maxwell's dad is a fucking Mossad agent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, it's all connected, and that's how these, like, imagine you're so rich, yeah? Like, you're no longer interested in just like fucking girls, right? Which is why those girls go to Dubai and they get shot on, right?
Yeah.
Because those guys have so much wealth that they don't want to like just fuck a chick. They want to destroy something beautiful, right?
Right.
In their mind, that's how they're like. The richer you are, the more transgressive you end up being, because you've tasted all the fruits. It's very much like Hellraiser.
Fuck.
Like, you think the beginning of Hellraiser, the guy who released the Cenobites, he's like, I've tasted all the pleasures of the flesh, right? And now he needs to like take it to the next step.
I thought I'd gone to the limits. I hadn't. The Cenobites gave me an experience beyond the limits. Pain and pleasure, indivisible.
Wow,
And
what
that's
a connection.
like, that's the same with like pedophiles, right? Pedophiles start with like, they start talking about, I'm going on a rant, I'm sorry. Pedophiles start talking about like doing stuff with minors, and then obviously it then escalates because they like once you've passed that threshold. And the only way I can really bring it back, let's bring it back to home base, is with porn.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Remember when you were younger, you could just jerk off the cable TV, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, do you know what gets me off? Some fucked up shit, dude. I have sick thoughts.
You're a problem. You're a real problem.
I watch some of the most fucked up porn.
We've seen his internet history.
Yeah, the porn is graphic.
And then I jerk off, and then I just feel so ashamed.
Oh, that was it? Post-nut clarity?
Post-nut clarity,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What just happened? Please tell me nobody kissed me.
Yeah, that always
is that
happens.
like we're all men here, so we can have a fucking conversation, right? And we just say like, you've jerked off to stuff where you were like, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
To a degree, you've gone.
Yeah.
It's all escalation.
You probably were like, oh, I like mature ladies, and then you saw some granny getting fucked, and you were like, meh.
Can't say I've been there yet, but
I do know what you mean. He was making. I agree.
It's an escalation of okay, I've been there, done that. That doesn't excite me anymore. What's
Exactly
the next
right.
thing?
And that's the same way with all of this stuff, right? And that's why these people, and they will do everything to hide their secrets, right? Which is why there's a whole burn your. Erase my fucking search history before I die. People
right.
Fucking incognito mode, you morons. The point is, that list is out. And does it say who are some of the most prolific people on that list? Sorry for ranting.
No, please do.
So it's okay. At the moment, there's a list of names.
What's our time check, by the way?
So we've got 20 minutes.
We
got
15 what?
now.
Sorry?
15 minutes left.
I flashed my hands, but one of us saw.
Yeah, we have 15 left.
Yeah, we've got 15 minutes left. So there's a list, but as I was saying, this list is everyone that's mentioned and on the list. So
so some of the people are just mentioned.
Some are mentioned.
Some are actually on the list.
Yeah, I mean, there's Michael Jackson, Kevin Spacey, George Lucas, Kate Blanchett,
They fucking with the Jedi.
So?
They fucking with the Jedi?
Yeah, but he was mentioned.
Look, bro, if you think about it.
No.
Jedis are a bit, you know.
So he was.
You're telling me Qui-Gon went like, hey, Anakin, we're learning in the desert, you know? Wagwan.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, right? I reckon Qui-Gon's like, listen, Padme. Right? I'm just saying, like, we here alone.
So
see my green lightsaber?
So George Lucas was mentioned, but he's not on the list. Yeah. It was the prosecutor that have you met George Lucas? Have you met Kate Blanchett? And he was saying yes or no.
That's the thing.
But this is not about prosecution. I want to know what the flight logs.
Yeah. So this is like a combination of people
so they're not stating.
Yeah, they're not stating who is or who isn't.
Does that not raise any red flags for
anybody?
Like,
yes, of course it does.
But you know,
like, should we not as a community just be like, this is a problem? Let's fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but you know
why is that not a red flag?
No, but you know why it's not a red flag? Right? It's because it's not a red flag for the same reason that Harvey Weinstein, even though he was a red flag and was a red flag since like the 90s, right? It's not a red flag as long as it's financially viable.
You know what? Yeah, I kind of give Harvey Weinstein a bit of a pass.
Because all he was doing was fucking. As horrible as it sounds.
Listen, it was a fair transaction. Those people who sucked that dick, did they not become famous? You fucking dance with the devil. If you go to the crossroads,
yeah.
You go to the crossroads and you make that deal with the demon, with the devil, at the crossroads, like that blues player did. You know the one I'm talking about? There was a blues player, I can't remember what it's called. Google it real quick. Type in blues player, crossroad, deal with devil.
Are you talking about
He'll Google it. He'll see it. Just while I'm.
Because in my head, I'm just like Miles Davis.
No. There was like a guitar player. And he did it. He was like, and he.
What's the name of the song?
Sorry.
What's the name of the song?
I don't know the song. Just type in guitar player, crossroads, deal with the devil. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Whilst you do that, and then you'll see it. But like, if you go and make a deal with the devil,
yeah.
So these women, right? They fucking made their deal with Harvey Weinstein for fame and fortune. They got fame and fortune, and now they're turning it back on it. I wish I had a... Well, listen, bitch, you probably weren't talented enough to make it. This guy gave you a shot, you sucked a dick, deal with it, yeah? That's life.
You know one
Robert Johnson.
Robert
Johnson.
What's the story? There should be a story.
The legend has it that Robert Johnson met the devil at the crossroads and gave him his soul in exchange for the mystery of the guitar. Doesn't say.
The story behind this guy was that he was really bad at guitar and he couldn't play for shit, and then he disappeared for like a year, not even a year. He like came out the woodwork and then was amazing at guitar and one of the best blues guitar players ever. Traveled the fucking country and then one day just disappeared or died or whatever. He died from unknown circumstance, unknown purposes. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the story, right?
Yeah, there's a whole thing on it.
He sold his soul to Satan at the crossroads, because there's the whole thing going to the crossroads.
Yeah, the crossroad demons.
Yeah.
That was supernatural.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's the same fucking thing. You know, I love the fact that they made fucking Snooki one of them.
Winchesters.
Is that? Well, that explains a lot.
Snooki's a crossroad demon.
Yes, from fucking Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, she get it. I would fucking ruin that little midget bitch. Speaking of midget bitches, I would fucking ruin some of these. Alright, anyway, we're backtracking.
Yeah, but no, the thing is, I think, you know, what we were saying about like why people accept now in regards to like the fair trade with Harvey Weinstein thing. It's rumored that Jennifer Lawrence sucked that dick, right?
Jennifer, I know women like Jennifer Lawrence.
No, it's rumored that until I get 100%.
She definitely did that shit.
Right?
So the woman had 56 boyfriends in 1 year. She's not a slut. Thank you, Doris. She is the slut.
But it's rumored that she did.
She definitely did that shit.
When you look at it and say, okay, if she did it, if she did it, she went from like subpar performances, then she was Hunger Games, then she's Silver Lining Playbook, bang, got an Oscar, and she's American Hustle, and then she's just pulling out movie after movie after movie after movie, right? Huge star. I mean, it's like it's weird because I'm trying to think of it. I'm trying to see both sides of it. You know, like if your sole dream is to do a particular thing, and you are given the opportunity to do it, but you don't. But it's like, you gotta suck this dick and then make all your wildest dreams come true. Versus trying to stick it out on your own. I would like to believe I'm just gonna stick it out on my own.
Yeah, but if you're out there in the street,
but you know what? It's sort of like you gotta think of it like it's almost like the end of the fall of the House of Usher, right? Sorry, spoilers. My bad.
That's right.
It is a thing of like, you know, when she asks Prim, and she says to him, "Look, I could keep you straight. All your dreams will come true." You know, obviously she's not saying suck that dick, but she's like, you know, basically suck that dick and you're good. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna take whatever life has to throw at me. And she tells him what life is gonna throw at him, and he's still like, I'm good. I'd rather take this than that. I would like to believe I'm that guy, but I'm believing that where I'm in a fairly comfortable position. I have a fairly good job. I have, you know, my wife, I have the woman I love, I have my family, I have my friends, I have everyone I need pretty much where they are, good times and bad times. But if I'm like bottom of the barrel, dirt, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Bro. Everything has gone wrong. There's not a thing going well, and I'm like in my head looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know if I've got 3 days left in me before it's, before it's time to, step into that long line, with St. Peter at the end of it. And someone approaches me and they're like, suck that dick and we're gonna bring you to the top. Like, as much as the bottom you are, we're not bringing you to like the middle. We're not bringing you to level playing field. We're taking you to the moon. Are you in?
Because I don't know how you would respond in the same situation, but I'm pretty sure my friend Matt would have knocked himself unconscious sliding into that dude's pelvis. He would have sucked that dick like it was the horn of freedom.
I'm like, because it's easy to ask me when I'm comfortable. Ask a man who woke up this morning. You want to go to bed? And they'd be like, I'm all right. Ask a man who hasn't slept in 3 days. You want to go to bed? It's a different conversation.
Sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
So with that, them ones who were like, I took the ones who took it, if Jennifer Lawrence is one, because I noticed that she was hella silent when all of this Me Too thing piped up, and everybody was like, oh, Harvey Weinstein did this, and oh, this brother from here did that, and oh, this person from this, right?
She was holding it back to see, well, let's see how this plays out.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. But also, I think it's funny because I think that ties into the fact of, remember, she got hit hard in them leaks.
Oh, right.
Where they leaked all her personal pictures and
all
all
of
that
that shit.
shit.
She owned it. Fair play to her. She's got a good body, man.
But that's
she
the thing,
right.
she owned it, but she also like deleted all of her social media, and I kind of feel like when all of this Me Too thing crept up and everybody was flying and going at Harvey, going at this person, going at that person, I kind of feel like they probably wanted her to join the ranks.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
And she probably just looked at them and it was like, you bitches, like when I got hacked, you bitches left me to my devices. Now you want my help?
Fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Don't blame
her. You know
her.
what though, that bitch has got some audacity though. She said, "I'm the first fucking woman
yeah, I remember that.
Oh gosh, yeah,
like
yeah.
leading
Listen,
woman in an action role." I'm like, bitch.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Look, all I can say to that, all I can say to that is, you know what? In Hollywood, when you're doing the press tour, you don't get a lot of sleep, and clearly, this lady did not have a lot of sleep. But the makeup was good enough to hide the bags under her eyes, and she probably meant to say, "I'm the first leading role this year."
yeah.
And she just forgot. Like, she probably said it in her head, and then just, you say something in your head, and then you say like the first part of it out loud, forgetting you didn't finish the sentence. She probably would have dosed.
That gets me though. You know when people go like, men don't want to watch leading role women, and men don't want to
like
see powerful.
You didn't grow
women.
up on Aliens,
Like,
Terminator.
Listen, I watched Alien, which is probably Alien, the first Alien.
Yeah,
is probably one of the best movies ever made. Right?
Yeah.
Aliens there as well.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 there as well.
Yeah.
What do all those movies have in common? They have like a
female
leading
protagonist,
female role, right? In those movies, not Terminator 1. That can go from go suck a dick. But
let's not forget Gina Davis.
T2 then. Huh?
Let's not forget Gina Davis in The Long Kiss Goodnight.
That's fucking great movie.
Hey, listen, La Femme Nikita.
Yes, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I can't remember the actress's name, but my god, yeah.
What's the one with Jane Fonda, Bridget Fonda?
Oh, Barbarella.
No. Bridget Fonda. Who was the daughter? The one who's in Jackie Brown.
I know who you're talking.
Bridget Fonda. I think it's Jane
Bridget Fonda. Yeah.
Bridget Fonda's
the assassin.
The assassin.
Which is La Femme Nikita. They remade it.
Okay. Cool,
right.
Cool.
But yeah, all of the, I'm sorry,
bro. Cynthia Rothrock. What was the film? Yes, Yes, Madam.
You met Yes, Madam. China
Michelle
O'Brien.
Yeah.
Right.
So don't tell me I don't love. Do you know what it is? I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Even if the protagonist is trans, I actually don't give a shit.
Yeah. As long as the film's good.
Did you know that there is a trans character in the Friends of Aliens movie?
In what?
Not retroactively done either.
Oh, Ash
the
Bishop.
female woman who slaps,
I'm trying to remember her name.
Who slaps Ripley. What's her name?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember her name. Just Ash.
He slaps Ripley in what? In which one?
Dallas.
The first Alien movie.
The first
I can't
one.
remember her name.
Do
But
you remember when she wouldn't let anybody in?
Yeah.
Remember, and you remember?
The hysterical bitch.
Yes, her.
Yeah.
She's trans.
She's trans.
I did not know
Her
that.
character's
No,
trans.
it's
in
and it's
Aliens 2. In Aliens, or
Yeah.
Alien 2, whatever.
Yeah.
Right when she's sitting in the boardroom with when Ellen Ripley's
Oh.
talking to the
Yeah,
boardroom,
and all their
and all
the
their
information's
documentation
coming up.
It says that she's a transgender person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Ridley Scott was progressive.
It's
Right? You know, and I don't care if a character is trans. I don't care if a character is a woman or a man. I don't care if a character is a fucking cartoon. I don't give a shit. I care about the story.
Yeah,
I care about
impress
what
me
you're
with
making.
what you're making.
Exactly. The narrative has to be there. If you got a fucking terrible storyline, but you have like fucking all the great actors, guess what? That film's still gonna suck.
Yeah.
Which is why like The Matrix Resurrections is a kind of terrible movie.
I don't believe it. It's not possible.
Because like
look,
you know, it's got all the great actors in there. It's got everything. You know, there are some fucking good actors in that movie, and that film still kind of sucks.
Yeah, I know why it sucks
But
though.
I think it was made to suck.
Yeah. She did not want to make that film. It was.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
It's my point. Is like you can make it. You can have all. Sometimes in life you can do all the right things.
Yeah.
And it still fucking go wrong, right? And like you have to, making a good movie is not hard. You just have to have the fucking fortitude to stick by your guns to your story.
Yeah.
And let your story drive the narrative, as opposed to your good character development and everything else, as opposed to trying to push an agenda. When you push an agenda, any self-respecting audience member can see that.
Message.
Wink, wink, Star Wars.
So, yeah, Star Wars. Yeah,
wink, wink, Star Wars.
Right? Like,
wink, wink, Star Wars. Yeah.
Of course. What's that thing now? I'm going to talk about it real quick, right?
Oh,
that fucking director. She
said, the
"I feel
Pakistani
comfortable."
director.
Dude, she said, I love to make men uncomfortable.
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
You know what? You know the fucked
If I
up thing
said
about
that,
that is?
oh my god, about women.
You know the fucked up thing about that was? I've seen it multiple times, and the reason I was looking at the two of you like, what you talk about, is because I thought it was a meme. I thought somebody photocopied, like took that and bullshit it in there. I didn't realize it's real. Right?
That bitch is sitting on stage with Kathleen Kennedy going, I love to make men uncomfortable. And then the first thing I put into my head was like, this dumb bitch.
Dumb bitch. But here's the joke of that, right? Here's the joke of that. She's like, I love to make men uncomfortable, and I'm making a Star Wars film. I'm like, for one, I was like, the most uncomfortable men in the world
are the ones watching Star Wars.
Are the ones watching Star Wars. Right? And before people start getting on me, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. I've been uncomfortable for a long time. I'm right? But
I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah. But what got me
5 minutes.
was, I was like, you're talking about a film franchise where they made 3 films. In fact, they made 6 films where the lead female in the film was not a damsel in distress. Was actually proactive in doing whatever she needs to do, and you're like, I left to me. I was like, Star Wars is literally progressive, right? Princess Leia, did she not become General Organa, right?
Yeah,
right?
She's my brother. She's your sister, dude. She's gotta be, and you made out with her, man. What's wrong with you, you pervert?
That's a little too progressive.
Is it?
Right?
Is that though, right?
That's a little too progressive.
There's something there for everybody. There's incest. It's all there.
But you got that. You got, what's that? Padme, right?
Yeah.
She's a senator, right?
Yeah.
She's an independent working woman.
Yeah.
But she did basically have a toy boy.
Sure, I mean, but
House of Cards shit right there.
Yeah, what she won't play it.
I don't know what film she's trying to make, because
They're not. This is what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to reclaim the franchise and name it theirs.
For
the
who?
For everyone else that's not right wing. The problem is that these people they have to justify their roles, and so they need to make it theirs. And when they do it their own way, the problem is the people they're pandering to are fucking broke.
Loser! You're a loser!
Those people ain't got no money.
Yeah,
They believe in a system of a communist system these are the type of people that invoke you to do something to make a change, and then when you make that change, they're like, cool, thanks. They don't give a fuck. They don't want to buy into your system. So that's why Disney are seeing we're seeing record losses on all of our movies. Why? Because we've pandered so much to these people, and then the people that are actually paid for the tickets don't want to watch your product.
Well, that's the thing. You know what?
They're not interested.
It's funny you say that because I watched that film Wish, that Disney film.
I don't even watch Disney films no more. The last thing I watched at Disney was the What If, and I'm like, that still kind of has my attention, but apart from that, fuck all of that shit.
But that's the thing. I watched Wish, right? Probably the worst film I've seen of 2023.
I think it's good, except it sucks.
That's my case.
You think, right? I'm not a person who's like, this film is shit. I watch films and I'm like, it just wasn't for me. No.
That film is shit. And that's a Pixar film. Is it a Pixar film?
No, it's not. It's a Disney film. It's Disney because it's celebrating Disney been being around 100 years.
And that's the film that they...
Listen, Joe. I'll tell you right now, if I made a film or I started a company and it managed to be successful enough to go for 100 years, knowing I am dead, knowing I'm in the afterlife doing something right, I don't know if I'm up, if I'm down, if I'm on this plane floating around as a ghost, wherever way it works,
they go
right?
forward, they go side,
right?
side.
Could be bad weather, could be good weather, it doesn't matter. We could go up, we can go down, we can go back, we can go forward, we can go side to side. What'd I say?
Whatever way it happens, if we're on the 100-year anniversary, they put out something like, let's say I was making films.
Yeah.
And 100 years down the line, I've made some of the best films ever. And then they put out Wish. I promise you right now, I will turn into the bitch from The Grudge. I will turn into the bitch from The Ring. I will take every demon power I can find, and I will hunt down every single person. And you'll be like, this person died of a heart attack. This person died of a heart attack.
Him, her, him, bodies.
This person died
In
of a
true
heart
God
attack.
style, this is what Neil will do. He'll come in and go, nigga.
No, do you know what I would be? In fact, I know exactly what I would be, right? The Frighteners. The Frighteners.
The Frighteners.
The Frighteners.
Wow, I haven't seen that film since it came out.
The Frighteners, where people are just dying unless you are clairvoyant or something, and you can see the person's number on their head.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna know it's me. I'm digging my hand in their chest and squeezing. Everybody who made that bullshit is gone.
Yeah.
So you don't like the movie, huh?
No.
Just wanted to double check.
I mean, I don't. Doing this new Star Wars film is like digging up a body. It's Weekend at Bernie's.
No, but the thing is, you can make a Star Wars film.
I get a reminder of that Simpsons episode, and the guy's like, "Stop! He's
already dead."
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? To me, you can make a Star Wars film every year.
Yeah.
You could release one every year, as long as it doesn't need to be. You don't need to make, and not every film needs to be the Skywalkers. Not every film needs to be this massive tentpole thing.
And most importantly, not every film needs to make $1 billion.
Yeah, just make it.
Just make the movie.
You know, I'm like, look, even if you adjusted the numbers, how many Star Wars films were released that made $1 billion? Even if
none
you
of them.
adjust the numbers.
None of them made $1 billion.
a billion.
No, I don't think any of them made them.
Episode 7.
Yeah.
Episode
7.
I'm talking about the Lucas
but
era.
Lucas's films, none of them made a billion.
Adjusted for inflation, though.
Yeah, they definitely would have made a
would've,
billion by now. Yeah.
No, but even if you say adjusted for inflation, right? They're original releases. Even adjusted for inflation. I don't think any of those three.
Hey.
Goddamn, man. What the fuck you doing in there, huh? That ain't what you supposed to sing. Now, you know better than that. You know you got to sing this motherfucker the way I told you to, right?
Maybe.
You gonna see it.
Just fucking throw one up.
That's alright.
Come on, you do this shit. Come on, now you gotta do this shit the way I told you.
Right. But yeah, like,
yeah. Sorry, go on.
You know, I think even if you adjust for inflation, I'm probably wrong, but I doubt any of them, maybe Empire and Jedi, made a billion. But in the money,
it was a big number back then.
Yeah, but they made their numbers, right? The first 6, forget adjusted for inflation, just on the time of their release, they didn't make billions. Yet Star Wars is bigger than certain films that came out that made billions. Right? It's like you trying to make billions doesn't guarantee longevity and continued success. Just try and make something good,
It's
and
a
then
cash
people.
grab, it's just a cash grab, man. And that's the problem, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, go on.
Okay, so episode 2 is in the billion club if it's adjusted for inflation.
Right.
What the fuck is this advert?
Is it pornography targeted ads?
No, it's like, hey, do you want to buy insurance? Okay.
I just particularly want to know about basically 1 to 6.
1 to 6, okay.
Yeah.
It's doing them in order.
I think 1 to 6. One probably didn't, but 2 definitely must have.
Yeah.
Because being the continuation from 1.
Yeah. But you know what? I love this story about George Lucas because it always makes me think like, you know what? That's someone with great honor, right? And I don't know if you heard the story. So you know, with all Star Wars films, they start and then there's no credits until the end of the film. So when he did that on Star Wars,
it was against
the Directors Guild of America was like, we'll let you do this, it's fine. But when he did it again for Empire Strikes Back, they fined him for it because they were like, no, you need to put credits at the front, right? And he was like, look, I understand what you're saying, but you're not messing up my movie for credits, right? The credits are going to be at the end of the movie.
Which I'm okay with.
Yeah. So they fined him for it, but they didn't just fine him. They fined like everyone involved in like certain aspects of it. So I think
I bet motherfucker paid all their fines.
Everyone, and he paid them with his money.
Fellas, look what I found in my pocket. Look, a year's salary right here. What I call them? Fun coupons. See that?
Not like revenue gross. He paid them with his money. Paid every single fine himself.
Bro, G shit like that is what makes good movies when you're that invested. You know, there's a famous scene in Top Gun, right? Right at the beginning of the film Top Gun, as the credits are rolling.
Yeah.
And you see the sun setting and the planes and all that shit. Right. So basically,
right where they switch from the theme music to the song.
Yeah. Before that, right?
Okay.
So that was like a pickup shot that they were doing to get ready, right? And then Tony Scott, R.I.P. Tony Scott. Tony Scott was he was filming that scene, and obviously because they were guests on this ship, they didn't have the authority to change anything. So the ship just turns, right, and it's fucking up his shot. So he's on a cherry picker, and he's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And they were like, "Well, we're going this way." And so he's like, "Hold on a minute." So he goes up in his cherry picker. So you know where the captain is on one of those ships, right? He goes up with the cherry picker on the runway. Yeah. Goes up to the captain. He goes, "Can you open your window?" And he's like, "Listen, I need you to turn this boat around." He's like, "No, well, the U.S. military government is telling us to go this way." He's like, "No, we need to turn it." So they figure out how much he's like, "How long do you need?" And he's like, 5 minutes to finish my shot before the sun sets. And he's like, Okay, and they figure out like how much it costs, to rent it for 5 minutes, and it was like something like 25 grand. So he wrote him a check, gave it to him, just turn the fucking thing around.
I love it.
We turn it around and me my shot, goddammit, and then got his shots, and I was like, that's
brilliant.
Like commitment to your shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I need my shot. I'm here now. I can't do this tomorrow. I can't do it the day after. I need it right now.
Right.
You know, and that's the shit that someone like this dumb bitch, fucking whore bag.
You stupid bitch.
Of a woman who's going, listen, I can say it, I don't give a fuck, she can go to a bowl of dicks, that fucking cunt, that cunt.
Oh, you cunt, what a cunt.
He's like, I love to make men uncomfortable, right? She'll never be like that.
Those
directors aren't, they don't make them like that. Who like gives a fuck about the movie. She gives a fuck about an agenda.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm gonna push this agenda now. Just imagine a male director said that exact same line.
To be cancelled.
In the same context.
To be cancelled.
He'd be done.
Yeah, he'd be done.
You know what I mean?
Well, to be honest, she's already committed career suicide because she's working on a Star Wars film.
That fucking cunt, Kathleen Kennedy, a bowl of fucking dicks. Cunt.
And she's working on the worst. I haven't seen the script, but I already know it's bad. Rey Star Wars film, a character that no one's interested about. People don't buy her.
It's been so long since I've seen that fucking forehead.
I've got nothing against Daisy Ridley, to be honest. But
you know what? It's going to sound horrible. I actually don't have anything against Kathleen Kennedy. I've seen too many films that she has produced.
Yeah, but
for me to, even though she's not the sole producer,
Yeah,
I've seen too
yeah.
many films that she has produced that are ingrained into my system to have a strong dislike for her. I was just like, you're on a bad run. You know, look, I'm a football fan. Every football team goes on a bad run at some point.
To not have the thoughts, but here's the problem, right? Is I understand having the foresight, but to not make any course corrections and to double down.
I mean, that's
the problem.
That's
she's doubling down on her shit. The fact that she's authorized the director to sit there and she literally applauds a director who says that tells me that you still think you're going in the right direction. And that's the problem. You are correct, dude. You're 100% right. She has been involved in some great fucking movies, like Indiana Jones and shit like that, right? She's been involved in those fucking movies where, like, for lack of a better phrase, it wouldn't be made if it wasn't for people like her, right? Or for her specifically, like Gail Ann Hurd, same fucking thing, right?
Same thing.
But if you are going on a fucking if you're taking a like L after L after L after L, and it's you got like your fans, people who are interested in the franchise are saying, hey, fucking come on. When South Park is telling you like, yo, dude, like, come on.
Just discussing ideas of what to do with the new Prince Eric movie.
Put a chick in it, make her gay.
Well, that maybe we should go a different route than we did with Indiana Jones.
Fuck Indiana Jones, put a chick in it and make her name it gay.
And instead of like turning around and going, yeah, maybe I'll do some self-reflection, you just double down and then pull this shit. Like, of course, bro, people are gonna be like, no, fuck off. True. Like, and that's my issue. Is like making mistakes is one thing, but like in the face of like overwhelming evidence telling you that you're doing the wrong thing and then you continue to do it.
But I say that's what goes back to what I was saying about people being insulated, right? Because she's buffered by the fact that she has been involved in so many
but
good
it's impossible
films
it's impossible that you can be that fucking ignorant.
Oh,
it's no. It's impossible.
When
Dude,
you're
she's
that,
so
when
much
you're
in the
that,
public eye.
When you're in
no
that
way.
level, it's hard not to be, because you don't have people around you. Like, you know, I hope to high heaven I achieve my wildest dreams in career and get to do the things I want to do. You guys will always be my friends. You guys will always be my friends. So I know if I start messing up, I'm getting that text message, I'm getting that phone call, I'm getting that FaceTime, I'm getting that face-to-face. What are you doing?
Yeah, but it's not even just the people around you. It's like this. Are you telling me? Hold on, let's just go. Just so I can narrow down on your point here, right? Yeah. You're telling me that Kathleen Kennedy is insulated. You believe that she may be insulated from all the media, all the press, her family, her friends, her kids' friends, right? Telling her like, yo, have you seen this shit that's going on? And she's not going, no, let me just double check what they're talking about. People are speaking my name in public.
Put some respect on my name.
You're telling me she's not at no point she's going to be curious to find out over all of these years that she doesn't know a single fucking thing, and people are telling her she's dumb?
You do get told, as a person in those industries, you do get told, don't ever look at the press, don't ever look at the thing, don't look at the blogs, don't look at the tweets, don't look at any of these things that's negative to you. Don't look at it. You get told that, and you get told that early.
Yeah, but it's not just right. But it's not just the words, it's literally the financial outcome of your product, right? Where like Solo flops. Like all these films are flopping. There's gotta be some correlation in your brain has gone no. Like
but
it literally must be like she's getting they go, no, it's their problem. Definitely
honestly,
not me.
You get
I'm
fed
not the common
excuses,
denominator.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
No, because you get fed excuses. You get like, oh, Solo flopped. Oh, we released it at the wrong time. Because every other Star Wars that came out that made money was released at Christmas. And this one was released in the middle of the year. So that's why it flopped. Not, oh, we made X, Y, and Z problems here, and here. Which is the real reason. It's just like, oh, when it came out, it came out at the wrong time. So you get told that flopped. And you're like, okay, cool. What's the next one to come out? The next one is... The Rise of Skywalker, that flops, and you're like, oh, well, okay, so what's the reason that flopped? And it was like, oh, because Last Jedi was so divisive that half of the people, the half that didn't like it, they didn't go and watch it. Okay, so that's why that had an economic turn down. However, it still made this amount of money, so we still classify it as a success. And you're like, okay, what's the next thing? The next project comes out. Oh, it flopped. Why did it flop? Oh, because people are still recovering from COVID. The next thing comes out. Oh, why did that flop? Oh, because there's a cost of living crisis, and that's why that flopped.
The reality is that all of those bullshit, that's all bullshit though. But those are bullshit.
No, and that's all excuses.
Yeah, but somebody who's reached that level should have like the mental capacity. But then again, you have made your point because it seems that, and I'm going to bring this back because what's our time check?
We're done.
Okay, right. I'm going to bring this back and then I'm going to shut it down. Yeah. Because it does seem that unfortunately in Hollywood, much like politics and everything else, you fucking fail upwards.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the people in charge, this country, America, and everywhere else in the world, and the movies and everything, they're all asleep at the wheel.
No, it can't be right. There were $500 billion in housing bonds sold last year alone. The ratings agencies, the banks, the fucking government. You're saying they're all asleep at the wheel?
Yeah. They're all asleep at the wheel. These people that we have entrusted to become in charge of our beloved franchises, or our country, or our taxes, or the counselors of whatever the fuck, these people are all asleep at the wheel, and it baffles me. This is why I'm arguing with you, because I'm like, do you know what? In my heart of hearts, I know you're actually right, like about everything you've said. Everything I've said is like just me trying to be pragmatic and use logic.
No, but the thing is, it's not one.
But like those people
arguing.
Are asleep at the wheel, and they're just ruining everything. Everything. Their entire fucking world is burning down around us. Like, look, even this platform, YouTube, right? Fucking Susan Wojcicki, whatever her fucking name is, she was ruining it. Like, people had free speech and everything else, and we're like, no, you can't talk about this now. Like, why? Why can't we do this? Why can't people say what they want to say all the time? Why can't you have free speech? Why do these companies have the ability to shut you down? Why does the government have the ability to control your speech? Why does people like Kathleen Kennedy can control your speech and tell you like you can't say this in our movie because that's not progressive enough? That's bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And like these people are all asleep at the wheel, and you've just made a really valid fucking point. Is unfortunately she is probably insulated to some extent, and it is because I just cannot fathom that somebody can be so monumentally stupid.
Thank you for playing. Should we or should we not follow the advice of the galactically stupid?
Right.
At the same time as being successful. But unfortunately, if you look at Joe Biden,
let's go lick the world. We cheer for Muslim athletes like Kareem and Joan Shingang. I'm going to pronounce Shanga Kawawa. Ban on transgender Americans, alone with him, just he and I, and a simultaneous interpreter, 68 times, 68 hours, 68 times, more than 68 hours. All right, God save the Queen, man.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We really appreciate it, and we love you. Thank you.
I might add, if I didn't, I'd be sleeping alone.
That is fucking true to this day.
He's just old.
Nah, because there's people his age that are like clearly like sharp as a tack.
He's not just old. That guy's a fucking idiot, dude.
Maybe it's all the coke he
No,
did.
dude, I've seen compilations of that guy give out speeches. Just the other day, he landed in he was on holiday, and then he landed in like Delaware, and then like had one speech, and that was too much. So he's gone back on holiday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's what I mean, for like another 32 days. It's just fucking joke. Anyway.
Yeah.
On that bombshell.
And we will actually fucking talk about a bit more in depth in the list in the next episode. But that's episode 7 in the can.
Right.
Delinquent Chronicles.
He's been L.
I've been L. I've been L. Hold on, let's do it.
And you.
Oh God, you go.
I've been Jose.
No.
Yeah.
Say me and I do you, and then so
okay.
Him.
He's been L.
He's been Joe. And, together on 3. 1, 2, 3. He's been Neil.
He's been Neil. And that's the end of the podcast.
We love you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas. Apparently Kwanzaa's fake. Who knows?
What?
I heard it.
Slow fade out. Slow fade out.
Bye bye.